Welcome everyone to this exciting interview segment. Today we have the pleasure of sitting down with Sidney Quesnelle, star of the Lifetime movie network, The Deadly Wives Club. Sidney Quesnelle takes on the role of Patrice. Join us as we delve into Sidney's insight into her character and the challenges of filming this movie. Thank you for being here, Sidney.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
Great. So, can you tell us a little bit about your character in Dudley Wives Club?
Yeah, so I'm not on screen very much, but my character is kind of talked about through the whole movie, which is kind of cool to watch. Like knowing that I wasn't actually there, but I'm like very present. So she was in the original Wives Club, and she may or may not have been having an affair, allegedly. And then she kind of gets offed. So that's kind of my whole character. She's very fun. Wears jeans to a party kind of gal.
And what initially attracted you to this role in the movie?
So that's actually kind of a fun story. So in BC, so this is filmed in Kelowna, as you kind of heard from a couple of the other interviews. And there's this lovely casting director, Angela Quinn, who really helps like small and up and coming actors. She actually gave me my first audition like way back when I first started, when I was unrepresented. And this film was being cast at exactly the same time that my agent actually got really sick, my previous agent, and so I was unrepresented. And I reached out to Angela and I said, do you have anything to audition for? And she sent back this film and said, can you get it back to me by end of day? And then a week later I was in Kelowna. So it was just the fact that Angela was willing to root for me. And then I've always wanted to work with David, so the director, and yeah, that's kind of, I've always wanted to fly to Kelowna to shoot a film. That was really cool.
Great. And what do you think makes this movie so special and captivating?
I think that Lifetime's doing a really good job right now of having more like three-dimensional women characters. Like, I think that they're really showing that. And I think that it's really showing like how your intuition can be silenced. So I think that that's a really, I think that that's what makes it so special for viewers. I saw on Twitter, like people seem to really love it. So it was cool to see that kind of reaction to it.
Yes. And what do you hope audiences take away from watching the movie?
Listen to your gut. Like, I think that as women, like we kind of people kind of count things for like anxiety or just paranoia, but yeah, no, listen to your gut. If your gut's telling you something's wrong, maybe something is really wrong. Probably not like this film, but something could be very wrong.
Okay, great. And what was it like working with the rest of the cast on set?
So I was only there for a couple of days, but the cast was so welcoming. Like usually on a cast, if you're a day player, you're kind of like pushed to the side. And especially my character, I come in and they're just all supposed to hate me. So like that was kind of, it was interesting. Like and they were all so lovely. Like every single person was just so chatty. And this was my very first role getting to play an adult. I've been playing a teenager for years, and I'm still playing a teenager on some upcoming shows that are on. So I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta be with real adults. And so I think that part is how welcoming they were, and just like it was the right when the strike was happening, and so just everyone was so excited to be there. So I think that's what was so special with the rest of the cast, was just their excitement towards a film, which usually doesn't happen on TV movies. So it was just like very warm and exciting.
Amazing. And what can you tease about your character journey?
I can tease that things are not what you expect. I think that that is the most I can say if you haven't watched the film. I did spoil the, but that was in the trailer, so I think I'm allowed to say that. But yeah, things are not what you always expect.
Great. And what was your favorite scene or moment while filming the movie?
So myself and the gentleman who plays, actually I have two favorite moments. One was they did not have someone cast to play my husband. So when there's that photo of us with the babies, they had a lineup of extras, like a background guys. And then they said, okay, choose your husband. And I was like, like I felt so like awkward to be like, I think that guy should be my husband. That guy. Like I thought it was just very funny that I just had a lineup of men that I had to decide. And there was another part where David just sent me in the Ben to go and just film me screaming. So it was just like wild lines. You can see it in my, I have a vlog of this filming actually, of the whole time that I was on the set. But so I just was in the background, just like screaming into a microphone over and over again. And that was probably also one of my favorite parts.
Amazing. So, change of subject. What have been some of the most memorable projects you have worked on throughout your career, and why for you?
So I have a couple of different ones. One, Cruel Instruction on Lifetime was just an amazing experience. The film means so much to so many people, and the group of girls that I was working on it with was just everyone was so incredible and on their A game, and like getting to work with like Cameron Mayhem and it was just such a cool and intense film. Like everyone had a scene where they were sobbing, but everyone was so on it that everything took 2 takes. Like nothing took longer than 2 takes, which doesn't really happen. And it just was such a good bond. It was during COVID, so like you didn't really get to make friends at that time, so we just immediately became so attached. So yeah, Cruel Instruction, and then also getting to be on Superman and Lois. That was dope. Like getting to be on a DC show, that was so cool.
Great. So, at Survive the Shows, we are big fans of Christmas rom-coms. What is your all-time favorite?
So I've been watching a lot of Christmas rom-coms because I'm also a writer. So
Great.
sometimes what me and my partner like to do is have a bottle of wine and write a Christmas movie. So that's kind of like, again, I'm not actually as young as I play on TV. Just want to make that clear. I'm legal drinking age. But my favorite right now is Happiest Season. I just had to double check it before going on this interview. But yeah, Happiest Season, it has Kristen Stewart on it. It's just so quirky, and it has Alison Brie, who I adore. And so that, or like Love Actually, but I feel like everybody says Love Actually. So
Yeah, great. And the last question, can you tease something about your next projects?
yes, I can. So I have just a couple of projects that are upcoming, a couple of them that I can't super talk about, but I can kind of give you a hint of it. Sorry, my cat is running in and out of the room. Just my murder gets out. Thank you. So my 2 projects, one I can talk about is called Hipsterverse, and that is based in a coffee shop. We're filming season 2. I went from just a day player last season to I'm in like every episode this season. It's funny, it's comedic, it's about a guy who works at a coffee shop and he hates everyone who comes in. My character thinks that she works there. She's an influencer who works out of there, so she thinks she's an employee. And so that's like a fun arc that I'm just always there. I set up an office, I go behind the counter, I take naps in it. It's just like, it's fun to get all made up and have a comedic improv role. So that's kind of what all my training was improv and comedy. And then as you can see from my resume, it's all drama and crying. So be fun again. And then there's another project that's coming out that I can't talk about yet, but I will say that it's you'll probably interview a bunch of people from it after September. And I would love to come back if when that one comes out to talk about it.
Of course.
My friend Kelsey, who I met on Cruel Instruction, is on the set as well. And it's just fun and it's Southern, and I get to play the younger version of the lead. And it's just like, it's so heartwarming and a little bit edgy for the network that it's on. I really love it. I'm so excited for that one. That one was really, really special. And the cast list is just crazy. Like the woman who plays my mom and the mother-in-law. Like I'm so excited for that one to come out.
Great. So this is it. Make sure to watch the movie Deadly Wives Club on Lifetime platform. And thank you, Sidney, to join us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
And thank you all for watching. Bye!